sister is super. I think she didn't talk to me for a while. But I have to go back to Fort Lauderdale because I accumulated so much PDO that I literally didn't have to go back for 2 months. Like that's how much PDO I had accumulated. So I had to go home and get what Haitians call it bang. They take all these herbs, these leaves, and like for the first week they have to take you a shower and you have to sit over a bucket and they literally have to push your stomach back in and like yes, I was 27 by this time. 27 fully naked. With my mom having to take me a shower. So, and then once again, that's why I was like, oh, this is why I gotta go back. She would say how big I was getting, that I need to lose weight, that I'm gonna get to a point where I'm not gonna be able to clean myself or take care of myself. Basically, saying I'm gonna be living the 600 my 600-pound life. So I'm like, no, I'm still working. I could function. Blase, blase. Go back home, um, and I think it's another, but my best friend is still dating the dude that my dude's sister hooked her up with, and um around this time, I think she ended up finding out that he broke up with her or she found out he was cheating, something like that. So she goes into this like spiral. Um, I think because at that time too, she was kind of tired of because she's seeing everybody around her have kids, and some of them are married and in relationships, and she kept getting guys. She would end up finding out like they were married or they were in a relationship. I think the one dude that she um that was staying with her at one point, I think that was the one that she should have just stayed with, but I forgot why they broke up. I think because one of her old ones was hitting her up, but she really like just kind of lost it around that time because I think too, she was thinking like she was never gonna get married, she was never gonna have kids, and this dude that she really liked, and it was like, she probably was tired of going through that because one night she came to my house, literally her car, she almost like drove her car into my gate, and then um she was drinking Four Loco, and I think she had ended up taking some pills that night too. So it was like a whole chaotic scene. So we get back there, and like I'm so weird. Like I know I am, and plus I'm not gonna even lie, my best friend too. Like she's like a real comedian. Well, I don't know about now, but back then, like it was hard to kind of take her serious sometimes. And then like I laugh at stuff that people may think like inappropriate stuff, but she was just she was doing too much. Like maybe because I knew her, I really thought she was like overdoing it now. Like whatever. But I understand because people really go through that. You know what I'm saying? So I was not trying to take it lightly, but back then she was a big comedian, so yeah, and I got a wild imagination too. But anyways, so mind you, the pastors come. Um, the pastors come because mind you, she's a very valuable person of the church. Um, so they're really concerned. But I saw the first lady. Her demeanor was very very off. Like usually she comes, she's soft, but you could tell like even though she was pretending like she was, it was like you could see the anger behind her eyes. You could see like her, cause she was light skinned, but you could see her like whole. I know it's whole hard to explain, but you could see one, she didn't want to be there. Two, something was pissing her off. I don't know, and I kept thinking like maybe she's just tired of my best friend's family because it's always something going on with them. It's always it's like they always need attention. Like the mom always want to be praised for her food. The mom always wants you to do something. It was like always something. So I kind of brushed it off, but I was like, but that's kind of nice. They still came out here just to make sure she was okay and everything like that. So when all this is going on, the dude that she was talking to, they get back and they start talking. They get back on good terms. Um, so then it's Gillian comes to me one day. She's like, I still remember how she, girl. That's how you know it was gonna be juicy. The tea was going to be juicy. so she, so she was like, her boyfriend, because she still stayed with him for a little bit. She was like, "Girl, you would not believe what I'm gonna call him Ben. Ben told me." I'm like, what did he tell you? Like, what did he tell you? Supposedly, um, my best friend Joe and Nixon had a threesome. I started laughing. I said, that's a lie. I would have been the first person that knew about it. I would have been the first person that knew about it. So what you mean? I was like, that's not true because we still hang out with each other. But I did notice before she did that, um, that there was some kind of distance between all of us. Because mind you, like some days when I couldn't, some days Nixon and Joe would take me to work, or sometimes they would let me borrow their truck to go to work. So I was like, we still kind of still hung out, but the family nights and all that stuff did kind of slow down. So I was like, no. I was like, nah, they lying. I was like, who told you that? I mean, who told Ben that? He was like, Nixon. I was like, why would Nixon say that? He know we don't like him like that, but we just, I mean, cause my best friend, she would show him all the time like she didn't like him like that. But I would, like I still showed him that because that's my friend's man. I'm not. I still want to hang around with my friends, so I'm not gonna disrespect y'all like that. If you want, that's her business. If she want to still stay, I was like, why would he say something like that? I was like, girl, you better tell your sister that that's what he's saying. What he's starting to tell people. She's like, I don't know, but of course she's not a confrontational person, so she goes tell she goes tell the rest of the family what's being said. So I said, I tell her again. I said, girl, tell your sister because if you don't, I'm gonna have to, and I think it's best if it comes from you.